to our channel. It's Olivia here today, and you are going to be learning about how to draw this very cute robot in Procreate. Let's jump right in. So the first thing we'll be doing is setting up our canvas. So we will create a square canvas, which is 3048 pixels by 2048 pixels. Now that we've got our canvas, this gives us enough space for our whole robot so we can draw all the parts and our robot. So we are going to be first sketching our robot. So we are going to be using the 6B pencil under the sketching in the brush library. So we are going to be using this light, nice gray, like this, and we're going to be starting with the head. So let's start with the head that's square, so like this. Hold your pen in one place that you just did it, and it'll make it into a perfect whatever shape you did. So like that. And then I'm going to use this. And let's do this now. Okay, we got our head. Perfect. Okay, so we got our head, and now let's draw some eyes. So we are going to be using the same brush and the same color, like that. Okay, and that's a good size. And let's add another pupil inside of it, the highlight. Like that, maybe we can make it more circular. That looks good. Let's use the selection tool now, and now we can just select that. And let's tap that thing at the end of the selection, and let's go and say duplicate. So now that we have that, we have this. So we have the same eye, and it's not going to be smaller or bigger. So it looks like it's the same, like that. That looks good. And we can draw a little smile, like a little smirk maybe. Like that, okay. And now let's draw the torso, the body. So I'm just gonna add some of this. Okay, so I know it looks big, but we can totally fix that. So I'm just gonna move that, make it smaller, taller, more like that. Perfect, maybe even smaller. But it's gotta be bigger, so, in the body. So we're just gonna, that's a good size actually. Like that. Okay, that's so good. So we're gonna add some little hands now. So we're gonna just put it to the side so it doesn't look awkward, like it's flying around everywhere. So we're just gonna go like that. Tap one finger on the screen to make it into a perfect quick shape, like that. And let's add one here. Okay. And now let's add more thickness to it. Okay. And do the same for this side. So now we're going to add little things at the end of each arm. Like that, okay? So we're just gonna add like that and add at this end. Perfect. Okay, so now we have that. We're gonna do our legs now. We're just gonna repeat the same thing. So just do some lines. Use that. It over here. Great. And we have that now, and now we're just gonna make little rectangle shapes. They don't have to be perfect because then we're going to color this layer with more bolder lines. So you can just, this is just a rough sketch, so we have like a base layer. So yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect. Tap one finger and add the rectangle, add another one. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so now we have that, and we have our legs and that, and it looks very good. We are going to add some little details. So let's just add an antenna on the top. This is optional. If you don't want that, that's totally fine. And I am going to add an antenna though. Like that. Looks good. And let's add maybe some buttons. Like that. And let's add maybe some like grills or vents. Like that. Okay, that looks so good. Let's add some little lines maybe. Like that. Okay, so now let's maybe add another little like battery thing. This you can see like the battery. I think that's kind of cool. It's kind of like a futuristic robot. So this is kind of like a thing where you can see how much power your robot has. And by the way, you don't have to add every details. You can add other details that you want to add. Like, you can add like, instead of buttons, you can add like stars for the buttons. I think that'll look really cool. Or like hearts or whatever you guys like. Okay, that looks so good. Let's add some little lines for the little battery. Okay, so that looks really good. So now we're going to color. So we're not going to color, but we're going to go against the sketch layer with more bolder lines. So let's choose the monoline brush. And let's merge these two layers together, and let's make a new layer on top of it. And let's put first layer let's put the opacity down to 30% maybe 40% even, 41, 40, same thing. So now perfect. So we have layer 2, and now let's just trace it. Like that. And also you don't always have to add like the same facial expression. You guys can add like sleepy or happy. Well, I think mine's happy. Or like mad, angry, whatever you guys want. You can add different designs too. Let's make this line into a quick shape. And tap one finger on the line. Perfect. Like that. Okay, that's really good. So now let's make the eyes actually. So just make it in a circle. Like that. And let's just make this like that. Like that, okay. And then let's go like right here. And then let's just shadow the colors in. Like that, okay. So now let's add the little mouth. Okay, that looks really good. So now let's just, maybe I can add like little thing like that to make it look a bit more cute. Like the cheeks, kind of. Nope, that was a wonky line. But that's fine. In Procreate, you can just undo it, or you can edit it. Like that. Okay, so now that one's good. And let's add a line that connects this. Perfect. That. Okay, so now let's add another one. Have that up there. Let's do that again. Okay, Let's see this now. Do the arms. That. I just watched this movie right here, and I think it was really good, so I kind of got inspired by that to draw this very cute robot in Procreate. I really recommend that movie for you guys. Like that. And even if you guys want to add hair or something, I think that'll also look really cute. If you want it to be like more human, you can add hair or like a nose even. Just delete those little. And then for our last detail, let's do this grill or vent. Perfect. I think this is looking really good. Now, and okay, so we've got that. So let me just delete that little. Okay, so now we've got the base layer and the bolder lines. We're going to do the fun part now, the coloring. So we're going to turn off this layer now, and let's just stay on there too. And I'm going to use a blue. You guys can do a bright red, blue, gray, whatever color you guys want. Use that one and maybe a lighter blue for the head. That looks too much like the same. I think that one looks really good. And for the arms, let's add maybe some like blue arms. Like that. And I think I forgot to add something for the details, so I'm just going to quickly add that. So I'm just still going to use the model line and just get pure black. And I'm going to make some, let's say, wires. Like just hanging loose off the robot's arm. I think that adds like a nice touch to it. Okay, that. I think maybe this one can just end right there. Okay, that looks good. So let's go back to our coloring now. So where are we on? Oh yeah, so now we're going to do this part where it's going to maybe be a bright red. But if you guys already did red for your color, then you guys can just do a different color, or you can do a darker red. I think that looks good. Now let's get a green for this one. Actually, no, we're actually going to do something else later for that one. So watch the whole video if you guys want to find out what we do with these buttons. Okay, we did our grill, and that's for this one. Let's just do green. Okay, that looks good. And for the eyes, I'm gonna do either red or green. I'm gonna do a green probably. This, like that. And let's do a nice red for the antenna. Actually, no, we're gonna do something else. Let's use pure black for the wires. Zoom in a bit so it's easier to color for us. Let's color that in. Perfect. So now we have that. Okay. So now we're going to do these little buttons now, the ones that I said that we're going to do. So we're going to use a different color now, a different brush. We're going to go to luminance and let's use the light pen. And I'm going to get a green color like this. Let's just put it in here like that. So now why I like this, because it makes it look more like it's shinier and you can actually, it looks more 3D in my opinion. So I like that. And this blue even. Like that. And that's another color I can do. Purple maybe. But I want to see the purple, so it's just that. Okay, that looks really good. And for this one, I'm just going to do a very just nice red. That looks too much magenta. perfect. So now it looks like the antenna is getting off a little shine. So now we are going to do the background. So we're going to just delete the sketch layer now, merge these together, and now let's do the new layer we just made under layer 3, the robot layer. So for the background, we are going to go get a new brush in the airbrushing, and let's use the soft brush. So we are going to get maybe a dark blue, like that color. And make it bigger, and just put it on top like that. I'm gonna make a even darker, and that's the same color. Be lighter. Just use the size at 25. And maybe more blue though. Just like that. Now it's good. And then let's get kind of black and put it right there. So now we're going to go to this little magic wand over here, and we're going to use the Gaussian blur, and let's just blur it like that. Think that gives a nice touch. And now we're going, it looks just like the robot is just floating in outer space, right? So we don't want it to do that. So let's just get a gray. And we're going to use the monoline brush, and let's just make it so looks like he's on a moon. So like that. And let's just fill it in. Okay. Actually, no, we're not going to do it on the same layer though, so we're just going to put it like right there. And we're not going to do it on a different layer. You'll see why. There's a reason, so like that. And now let's go to the layer menu and let's put on alpha lock. That's why we did that. So we're going to go to textures. Actually, let's go to materials, and let's use tawny. And let's get a dark red in this one. And just do what I just did right there, like that. That looks really good. It looks more like a textured moon now. And now you can't really see these wires now, right? And we don't want that. So we're gonna go here, and we're going to go to the luminance, and let's use the light pen. And let's get a nice yellow like this. Let's just, yeah, we have to put it behind this, but still on top of the, let's just do a, like that. So now you can kind of see it. Now it kind of looks like he's like glowing. And now let's add a nice touch. And now for the planets. So we're going to use let's use the monoline brush, and let's go for this orange color for Saturn. I think that's good. I'm just gonna do a circle like that. And now let's just add a ring, and then get another ring. Let's just get maybe an even brighter orange and fill it in. Okay, and then for this one, for the actual planet, let's do an even lighter orange for Saturn. Okay, so we got our Saturn, and now let's add maybe what planet should we do? Maybe Mars. I think that's good. That. And let's just fill it in. And, well, I think I'm going to, okay, I think I want this to be Jupiter, actually, so I think that's still good. So we're just going to go in alpha lock over here, and I'm going to add a little bit of white, so since they have those stripes. And now let's just make it so you can see and there's no lines, and let's just smudge it a bit, maybe like that. Okay, and I think Jupiter has this little mark right here because of that tornado, I think. This is trying to be a lesson instead of a Procreate tutorial. Just kind of smudge these edges like that. That looks good. And then let's add our last planet, which is just going to be a dark blue. Can't really see that. Oh yeah, because this is on Alpha, so just turn off that. Just add a little planet like this. Just a little lonely planet like right here. Make it better so he can see the whole thing. So I kind of want to do these again, so I'm just going to erase these. And also because I think I want to make a little bit of shininess to these planets. So let's just go to bloom, which this is a really good tool if you want your things to shine. So I think that's a very nice tool for this tutorial. And I'm just gonna actually, I kind of want to smudge this a bit. Even more. Okay, that looks good. Now let's add that little, this stuff on the back. I think I actually want it to be like, not so like, just a little bit of shine like that. Okay, like that. Okay, I think that looks good. Is there anything else we need to add? Yeah, I think there actually is. So for the moon, we're gonna add a little bit of even more shininess like that, 100%. And now we're gonna add a little bit of shadow to it. So we're just gonna go like that, tap clipping mask, or go and multiply, and then we tap clipping mask like that. And we're still gonna use the monoline brush. Let's just get this color. This is a great tool if you wanna use for like shadowing stuff. So I get a go to calligraphy and use the monoline brush. And let's just go against the corners maybe. Okay, and then for this, okay, so now we have our shadow. I think that looks good. Let's add some stars. So we're gonna merge these together and then make another layer under the robot. So we're gonna go to luminance and use the light pen, and let's just make little stars. Like that. Over here maybe. And we're done! Look at that awesome robot you just created. From its cool glowing eyes to the spacey background, it's totally unique and full of character. Now it's ready to take on the galaxy, or just hang it on the screen. And if you want to take it a step further, try adding some friends for your robot, like a cute spaceship, or some more robots, or an alien. Or you can change the colors and details to make a whole new version. Don't forget to share your artwork. Show it off to your family, friends, and even post it online to inspire other artists. Most importantly, keep creating, experimenting, and having fun. See you in the next tutorial, and until then, happy drawing!